And then all of a sudden we have another civilian comes in for about 5 minutes, and he gets feisty and tries to kill off Musharraf, the head of the military, who in turn runs a palace coup, a bloodless coup, and throws him out. And Musharraf kind of made things work for a while to talk about women's rights and so forth. He was a champion of them. And the next thing you know, he gets thrown out because there's an election. Well, it wasn't really an election. They never held the election. Basically, they had a bunch of usurpers. It was the widower of Benazir Bhutto, who was blown up by this guy Massoud, who was an Islamist and didn't care for the whole damn thing. And so her widowed husband takes over her position. And he's now the president of Pakistan. I mean, they can't be serious. If ever there was a leak for our ability to fend off the theft of nuclear power, it's in Pakistan. But there's nothing you can do about it. Kahuta, where they have all of the nuclear stuff, and a couple of other locales, are out in the boondocks somewhere, and they're heavily guarded. They have layer after layer of Cortina wire and machine guns and, cordon sanitaire stuff like sand avenues a quarter of a mile wide so you can see footprints on them 24 hours a day. They're heavily guarded, but it's the military. It's not the civilian government. The civilian government is useless. It's a bunch of clowns, buffoons. And this again is where the Islamist guys are saying, what the hell, we'd rather have a Muslim emirate than this crap coming out of Islamabad. That's basically what you have. It's these guys, and as long as they are strongmen enough to intimidate the population, they will prevail. But the problem is that they will only prevail up to the point where the population will tolerate them, and eventually the population won't tolerate them. They'll say enough, bas, and that'll be the end of that. It will. It's going to take probably 7 to 15 years, maybe 20 years, maybe a whole generation to calm the area down. And what we did was to set the whole damn thing back a half a generation when we invaded.
You mentioned a couple of other videos.
Yeah. Let's move gently towards the. If you guys can handle it, I don't know. It's just really. Yeah. Let's see here. Here we go. Okay, well, you do what you can do.
Said thank you. Just said thank you. I think we should have
We can arrange that.
Now let's see if we can get something going here.
Whatever your district is. So instead of saying
John, I want to ask you something because Sergeant wants to know. He said you were a ham operator.
Yeah.
What's your color?
KE6GSF.
Well, my husband was W6ZBM, and before he died, 2.5 years ago, he got a 60-year certificate.
Wow.
Did you know that number?
but I get the list.
No, I'm sure that.
We only got our licenses after the war.
Yeah, this, we're young hams. We're more like pork sausage.
Well, I guess you didn't know it.
What language you speak?
My dad is he
Yeah, let's see if we can get it out this way.
He's having everybody else like just to send to everybody instead of just a select number.
What you're saying is if I choose a segregated group,
Just, enough so that I'm still here. Where does it come from?
Yeah, it's that blue veil or
You know how much it is to do this day?
John,
I mean,
Did you have for much?
I'm sorry, I want to see this.
well, I mean, I know my mother.
John,
Yes.
may I hold your hand?
You can, yes.
It's
I'm not
very,
I'm
very
not
fascinating to
value
me,
pack.
you know, considering what has gone on in the past, and what you're explaining, it sheds a light on things.
Yes, well, you've been fed around a lot of crap. That's not a problem.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe our Republicans want you.
Well,
What?
the only thing I can say to something like that is, it's all amazing. And,
No, wait in case they'd like you to come to a meeting.
Let's say it costs.
well, if you want to invite me to a meeting, I can come to a meeting.
I'm going to ask them next week.
Okay.
Can I have a card or something?
I don't have any cards.
Secretary.